The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Colgan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2.
The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome out to the field house at St. Mary's Colgan High School in Pittsburgh, Kansas for tonight's matchup. An old CNC League rivalry between the Girard Trojans and the Colgan Panthers. I'm Josh Lettner, and no Jess Murphy tonight. He's on duty somewhere else. He's not generating power, so I don't know what his excuse is, but he's not here tonight. So I'm flying solo. Apologize for that in advance. Trojan girls coming into tonight's game 8-3. The Colgan Panthers come into tonight's game undefeated, 13-0 on the season. They're currently the number 7 ranked team in Class 2A, and if you've seen them play, I don't understand how that's the case. But apparently there's 6 better teams in Class 2A across the state of Kansas. I haven't seen many of them, but it's going to be a tough matchup tonight for the Trojans as they're facing off here tonight against the Colgan Panthers. It's always a tough rivalry anytime these two teams meet. It's especially tough for a broadcaster when you've lost your notepad with all of your notes on it. We do want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Colgan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Colgan. Check them out at ruralfiber.org or see everything they have to offer at ckt.net. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back, fire up the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, get you your keys to the game, take a look at some of the area matchups, if I can find my notes anywhere, and get you the starting lineups as we get closer to tip-off from here at the field house. The Trojans and the Panthers getting set to tip off here in Pittsburgh. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Colgan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Colgan employees, for making us the best.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store. Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have two convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Are you in the need of top-notch construction services for your farm or industrial project? Proud Girard High School alumnus Chandler Humble and Humble Construction LLC are here. With 7 years in the business and a lifetime of knowledge, Humble Construction creates top-quality pipe fencing, industrial chain link fencing, metal buildings, water line installation, and a lot more. For your free estimate, call Humble Construction at 620-238-4636. Need land prep? Humble Construction has you covered with skid steer, rock leveling, and laser grader services. Humble Construction LLC. Excellence in every project.
I catch my breath after running up the bleachers. Whew. Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School. Here in downtown Pittsburgh, Trojans getting set to take on the St. Mary's Colgan Panthers. Like I said earlier, Trojan girls come into this game 8-3, Colgan 13-0. Trojans coming off a loss at Fort Scott, 46-58 on Tuesday night. Colgan coming off a 52-28 shellacking of Frontenac at Frontenac Tuesday night. They're looking to keep those winning ways going. That loss at Fort Scott for the Trojans snapped a 6-game winning streak. So tough matchup here tonight for the Trojans trying to get back in the winning ways. Our pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Let's take a look at some of the area matchups going on tonight. Lots of games going on around the state of Kansas on this beautiful Friday night. Almost February, but not super cold. We'll take it. All right, tonight Columbus travels to Frontenac. Burlington is at Iola. Northeast travels out to Yates Center. Uniontown is at Chatopa. Galena is taking on Commerce, Oklahoma. Coffeyville Field Kindley is at Labette County. Jayhawk Lynn is at Southeast. Colony Crest travels down to Labette County to take on Oswego. Chanute is at Parsons. Humboldt is at Erie. It's a pretty intriguing 2A matchup between a couple of good teams this year. Marmaton Valley is at St. Paul. Riverton is at Baxter. That's one with sub-state implications for the Trojans. And Fort Scott is at Independence. Look at those area matchups brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing and can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 624-724-8100. Let's go ahead and talk keys to the game. You know, this Colgan team lives in transition. They like to get up and down the floor, and if the Trojans want to keep this game from turning into a high-scoring track meet, they're going to have to take care of the ball coming down the floor against pressure, and then also especially in the half court. Colgan likes to jump those passing lanes, and the presence of Lily Brown under the bucket usually means you're one and done for the Trojans, so you got to take good high-percentage shots. And it's really important for them to come out shooting the ball well from the gun. So really, basically, Trojans going to have to play a near-perfect game tonight to come out of here with a win. These two teams met 3 times last year. And back on December 9th of 22, Colgan won that one 54-20. Then on January 27th, they beat the Trojans 62-40, and then on February 21st, right before Substate, the Panthers trounced the Trojans 67-16. And just a rough run having to play those guys 3 times last year for the Trojans. Those keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right vehicle for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersection of Highways 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. We'll step away for another break. When we come back, we'll talk starting lineups as we get closer to tip-off from here at the Fieldhouse. Trojans and the Panthers coming up in just a few. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Welcome back to the field house at St. Mary's Colgan High School in downtown Pittsburgh. Trojans getting set to take on the Colgan Panthers in a CNC League matchup. The Colgan girls 13-0 on the season. Girard coming in 8-3, coming off a 12-point loss at Fort Scott on Tuesday night, which snapped a 6-game winning streak for Girard. Colgan, they're on at least a 13-game winning streak. They defeated Frontenac Tuesday night, 52-28 in Frontenac, and then back on the 20th, they got a win at Liberal in the what I believe was a championship game of the Tony DeBray Classic, and not just a friendly between Liberal and Colgan, but Colgan girls won that one 55-28. So they're on a bit of a killing spree right now as far as all the local girls basketball teams go. Trojans are in action again coming up next Tuesday night on the road at Galena. That's January 30th for those of you scoring at home. And it starts a big stretch for the Trojans. 4 of their next 6 opponents are in their sub-state bracket, so it really will affect the sub-state seeding as they go through. And it's a pretty tight sub-state for the Trojan girls. We'll talk about that as we move forward through the broadcast tonight. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Colgan Panthers, they'll start senior Lily Brown, number 4. They'll start number 10, senior Polona Kalan. Number 11, junior Mariah Harris. Number 22, junior Laney Meek. And number 23, sophomore Jakayla Davis. And all a group of very capable players for Colgan tonight. For the Trojans, they're likely to start their same starting 5'10", Maddie Kester. Number 21, Riley Brooks. Number 22, Peyton Brooks. Number 23, Bailey Bradshaw. And number 50, Hayden Buckley. For the Trojans, it's going to take a near-perfect game tonight to get out of here with the win. It's a great environment for high school basketball here tonight at Colgan. We're about 2 minutes away from tip-off. We'll take our final break of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, and then we'll have tip-off for you when we come back. Those starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the field house. St. Mary's Colgan High School in Pittsburgh getting set for tip-off tonight between the Girard Trojans and the Colgan Panthers. A doubleheader tonight. The girls are going to kick it off as the first course tonight, and then the nightcap, the boys game coming up directly following. We've gotten you your starting lineups already, getting set for the opening tip tonight. The opening tip brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. All right, I've read everything I'm supposed to read. It's looking good. So we mentioned after this game, the Trojans have a big stretch against sub-state opponents coming up starting Tuesday night on the road at Galena.
And now, starting lineup for the Panthers.
And then that'll be followed up on the 2nd of February at Columbus.
Rank number 2 in 2A.
Or I'm sorry. That's just crazy. So they got January 30th, Tuesday night at Galena. Then Friday, February 2nd, the Trojans at home for homecoming. They'll host Anderson County, which is one of only 2 opponents that they're going to face that aren't sub-state opponents. And then Tuesday, February 6th, Trojans will host Columbus. Friday, February 9th, a big game against Riverton, especially on the boys' side. And then Tuesday, February 13th at Frontenac. Thursday, February 15th, a very busy week that week. Thursday, February 15th, I believe it's just a girls-only makeup game against Chanute at Chanute to make up for a game that was canceled during the midseason tournament in Lewisburg. Then Friday, February 16th, the Trojans on the road again at Baxter Springs before returning home February 20th for senior night against these Colgan Panthers. So a tough stretch coming up, especially on the girls' side for the Trojans, and it all begins right here. Maddie Kester set to tip it off against Lily Brown as we're set to get underway here at Colgan High School. Good job, Autumn. Way to zoom in a little bit. My beautiful 11-year-old granddaughter running the camera for us tonight, so if you got complaints about the camera operator, save them. That one tipped. It'll be controlled by the Panthers. Jacayla Davis comes away with it. She'll give it up to Palona Kalan. This is Lainey Meek with it. Now back to Kalan. Drives, kicks back to Meek. She'll drive. Cut off by Bradshaw, but a nice look inside to find Mariah Harris. Her shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Hayden Buckley. And the Trojans have their first offensive possession of the night. Scoreless here with 30 seconds gone by in the first quarter. Kester swings it around the horn to Riley Brooks. The entry pass from Buckley intended for Kester, poked away by Lainey Meek. Trojans will keep it and inbound from the baseline. Buckley over the top gets it into Peyton Brooks. She'll pull the trigger on a 15-footer and hits. So what the Trojans need to do is get some success shooting the ball early in this game. Every bit of confidence will help. Quickly down the floor come the Panthers, and a wide open Meek has her shot blocked by Bailey Bradshaw. The Trojans with it again here, trying to build on this 2-point lead. Peyton Brooks with it on the right wing, back up top to Kester. She's going to drive all the way to the glass, off the glass and good. Early 4-0 lead for the Trojans. Colgan trying to answer quickly. Back down the floor is Davis. Now Kalan with it. She'll pull the trigger off the mark. Long rebound comes down to Bradshaw, and the Trojans back with it, leading 4-0. 6.5 to play first quarter. Kester gives it up to Peyton Brooks. Surveys the floor. Now the Trojans will reset the offense as Meek comes out to pressure Kester. They feed her down low. Off the glass, Maddie is good. 4 points early for Maddie Kester, and the Trojans lead at 6-0. Quickly back the other way, Kalan. Out top to Lily Brown. Into the lane to Lainey Meek. And she does a great job feeding Mariah Davis off the glass for 2. And the Panthers are on the board. Entry pass deflected. Comes down to Riley Brooks. They got a held ball, I believe. No, they're going to whistle a foul. And they're going to whistle that one on Lainey Meek. That's her first team foul on the Panthers here in this first quarter. Full court trap being applied by the Panthers. Trojans break it. Riley Brooks with it across half court. Down low to Buckley along the baseline. Her pass intercepted by Colgan. Kelowna did a good job just waiting for that. Waiting in the weeds for it and jumped the pass. Got in the lane, picked it off. This is Jacayla Davis handling. Another capable guard for Colgan. Here comes Colgan from the elbow. She'll try the shot, no good. Long rebound chased down by Mariah Harris. Davis dribbling up top, being guarded by Peyton Brooks. Peyton poked it away, Davis gets it back. Now she'll drive down the lane, runner, no good, and they're gonna have a foul on the rebound. And I think they're gonna whistle it against Colgan. Wait and see who they whistled this one on. I couldn't count the fingers from here. Got that one on Jacayla Davis. That's her second team foul on Colgan. Peyton Brooks to inbound. That was Riley. She threw it into Peyton, now gets it back. Brooks drives off the glass, high off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Lily Brown. First time we've called her name tonight, won't be the last. Harris up top to Davis, now working it around as Lauren O'Brien in the game for the first time tonight. Harris looking for help, gets it over to O'Brien, now back to Harris, top of the key. Buckley comes out to guard her. Back to O'Brien, now Harris, little 10-footer is good. Good job by Harris, used the dribble, found the open spot in the defense, pulled up for a little 10-footer. Got a 2-point game. Panthers keeping the full court pressure up as Peyton Brooks handles the ball up the court for Girard. She'll give it up to Riley Brooks on the left wing. Her pass deflected, intended for Kester. Kester needs to come to the ball and don't stand and wait on it. And quickly down the floor is Lily Brown. She's fouled by Peyton Brooks. And Lily will head to the line for the first time tonight. I guess that's Riley Brooks on the foul. That's her first team foul on the Trojans. Kester, that pass was deflected. If she was stepping towards the passer, it would have made the pass shorter. She probably would have ended up with the ball. But as it was, it ended up as a turnover and a transition opportunity for Colgan. Mass substitution for the Trojans. Kester and Bradshaw sit. Dry Adolph and Erica Boatman into the game for Girard. Brown is 1 of 2 from the line. It's a 1-point game. There's another steal, and Brown has it slapped away out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Panthers. But a good reaction by Peyton Brooks to prevent the easy layup. They go over the top to Brown in the middle of the lane. Big height advantage there. She kicks into the corner. Colgan thought about a three, then dribbled out. Gives it up, gets it back. Now she sets herself. She'll take the three, and it's good. First bucket for Palona Colgan. And the Panthers have their first lead of the night, 8-6. Adolph handling against Davis. Has to give it up. Trojans need to take good care of the ball here against this press. Into the corner to Buckley. Thought about it. Now to Riley Brooks. She definitely thought about a three. She'll dribble back out. I think Riley wakes up in the morning thinking about taking a three. Buckley will pull the trigger, and it's good. Rattles in. Hayden Buckley's first basket of the night. Trojans back on top by 1. Into the corner to O'Brien. She'll dribble baseline. I'm sorry. She gets it in the corner and hits the three. A couple different girls on this Colgan roster. Several of them not afraid to shoot that three. The Trojans are going to have to close out on the outside shooters. Brooks handles the ball, gets it up to Boatman. She dribbles into traffic, now picks up her dribble and kicks it out to Adolph, who loses it off her foot. Lily Brown recovers. And now Jacayla Davis coming the other way for Colgan, gets it ahead to Colon, off the glass and good. And just like that, that's how they get up and down the floor so fast. Not a lot of dribbling, a whole lot of passing in that transition game for Colgan. Panthers lead it by 4. 2 minutes to play first quarter. Boatman with it at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Riley Brooks, now around to Adolph, and she'll back it out. Trojans get the offensive call from Coach Herlocker. Now up top to Peyton Brooks. The elbow to Boatman. She kicks back out to Brooks. She'll drive, and that was a little bit out of control, but she's bailed out by the official. And get the foul on Mariah Harris. That's her first, third team foul on the Panthers, and it'll send Peyton Brooks to the line for the first time tonight. Free throw shooting for the Trojans is going to be very important tonight. First shot off the mark. Substitutions for Colgan as Lainey Meek back into the game, along with Molly Sweezy seeing her first action of the night. Off the mark with the second, and Lily Brown with the rebound. She really gets up there to get those. Shot on the way from Meek, no good. Rebound comes down to Buckley, and now the Trojans with it. Riley Brooks directing traffic. Boatman with it on the wing, looking somewhere to go with it. Brooks will pull the trigger on a three, and it deadheads off the back of the rim, and it ends up in the hands of Davis, who's going to bring it all the way coast to coast off the glass and good. That's Jacayla's first bucket. Trojans need to cut the dribbler off, not allow that penetration. This is a Colgan team that's going to test your defense every facet of it. Can you stop the dribbler? Can you guard the outside shooter? Can you box out? They're going to test all of that. Boatman with it, free throw line. She pulls up her shot is short off the front iron. Comes down to Sweezy, to Davis. They get it down low to Lily Brown working in the lane, and she's going to be fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor. And they whistle that one on Peyton Brooks. That's her first, second team foul on Girard. The inbound pass deflected by Adolph. It'll stay with the Panthers. Davis trying to throw it in over Jiraiya, and they're going to go with the taller inbounders. Lainey Meek going to throw it in now for Colgan. Gets it into O'Brien, now Colon with it. Back over to O'Brien, back to Colon, long three-pointer off the back iron. Rebound handled by Maddie Kester. She's going to push it the other way. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound tipped around. Guess who? Lily Brown comes away with it for Colgan. Now Davis pushing it the other way. Kicks it out to Brown, over to Meek. Back into the lane to O'Brien. Her shot no good. Two Trojans fight for the rebound with each other, and O'Brien comes away with it. And then there's a held ball, and the possession arrow favors Girard. Trojan rebounders got to talk a little bit, same team. Now Lauren O'Brien back into the game. She's going to replace Jacayla Davis, who will get a rest. Kester with it. Tries to launch one at the buzzer, no good. And after one, the Trojans trail it by 6, 15-9. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field. especially for those that are stuck, well, out standing in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at ColesServiceLLC.com.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School. After one, Trojans trailing it by 6 to one of the best girls teams in all of Class 2A. I mentioned during the pregame that Max Preps has the Colgan girls ranked number 7 in 2A. I don't know. I think that's a conservative estimate. Trojans with it on the offensive end. Adolph trying to drive on Harris. Now they'll kick it back out, swing it around. Kennedy Keller into the game for the first time tonight. She'll give it up to Kester. She has it poked away. And there's a scrum on the floor, a held ball situation. And you're going to say the possession arrow favors the Trojans. And Keller will inbound from the baseline. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it down to Bradshaw, but she has her shot blocked by Lainey Meek, and Meek is another one of those taller guards or small forward for Colgan, and she's able to block the shot. Then a tie-up, possession arrow favors Colgan. There's an outlet pass over the top to Davis. Trojans try and cut her off, but they're going to get a foul on the floor against Peyton Brooks as she basically just body checked Davis coming down the floor. I think that's 2 on Peyton. Yes, it is. 3 on the team. Shot from the corner, no good. Rebound comes down to Harris, back out to Colgan. She'll drive into the lane, working on Adolph. Back out top to Lily Brown. Now down low. That's Mariah Harris. Now Colgan spinning into the lane. Little floater, runner, won't go. Tie up again for the rebound. And bodies hit the floor. Peyton Brooks comes away with it. Trojans with it. Battling for that loose ball. That's what it's going to take tonight for Girard. They're going to have to contest every possession defensively if they want to get out of here with a win. Bradshaw down the lane. Bounce pass down low to Kester. She's fouled on the shot attempt, and she'll head to the line. I think they're going to get this one on Lainey Meek. That'll be her second. Yep. 4th team foul. I'm sorry, 1st team foul here in the second quarter on Colgan. Resets every quarter as Maddie Kester hits the first. That cuts the lead to 5. 6:34 to play here in the second quarter. Kester trying to trim it a little more, and she hits them both. 2 for 2 from the stripe. 6 points tonight for Maddie Kester. Trojans down by 4. Davis will bring it up. She gives it to Colgan. Being loosely guarded by Riley Brooks, who's now going to turn it up a little bit. Colgan wheeling and dealing. And her pass slapped out of bounds by Brooks as Kennedy Keller tried to save it but stepped on the end line. And that'll keep this possession with the Panthers. Lauren O'Brien set to throw it in. She does to Colgan. Long shot, no good. O'Brien, rebound comes right down to her. She caught that in self-defense. Now Davis will reset. Trojans playing a little 2-3 zone. That one's stolen away by Riley Brooks as Davis tried to do a little too much with the dribble. Off the glass and good for Brooks. First bucket of the night for Riley Brooks. Cuts the Colgan lead to 2. One possession game. Lily Brown with it down low, double team. She gives it up to Mariah Harris. Kicks it back out to Colgan at the elbow. Now back out to Lily Brown at the wing. Swings it over to O'Brien. Now back down low for Harris. Her shot inside is good. Mariah Harris having a heck of a game. She's got 6 points already. And that pushes the lead to 4 as the Panthers continue with the full court pressure. Trojans get it in over the top to Kester. She had to pick it up. She's in trouble. Now gets it up to Hayden Buckley and to Brooks, who drives down the lane. Bounce pass to Bradshaw. She couldn't handle it as it was deflected into the hands of O'Brien, and here come the Panthers in transition. Harris with it. Free run at the basket. Off the glass is good. 8 points for Mariah Harris. And it's a 6-point lead, and this is what Colgan can do to you. You hang with them, and then before you know it, a couple turnovers, breakout off a rebound, and you're down by double digits. Peyton Brooks, her shot high off the glass, and she's fouled and will head to the line for an opportunity for an old-fashioned three-point play. 4 points for Peyton Brooks. What is that? Let's get rid of that. There you go. Has that been there all night? Oh my goodness. Like a guy who's been walking around all day with spaghetti on his shirt. Peyton Brooks to the line here, trying to complete the three-point play and trim the lead to 3. Rattles in, rattles out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Maddie Kester, and it'll be Colgan ball. O'Brien with it, being guarded by Riley Brooks. Kicks it over to Kyla Osborne. And a turnover. Trojans end up with it. There's a foul on that end. Let's see if they whistle this one on. They're going to get this one on Molly Sweezy. That's her first. Into the corner to Buckley. She'll pull the trigger on a 3 and hits. 6 points for Hayden Buckley. Lead is down to 1. Into the corner to O'Brien. She'll take the 3 and hits. Trojans practically dared her to shoot it. She's already got 1 3, and that makes it 2. And you might not want to dare her to shoot from beyond the arc. 4-point lead for the Panthers. Trojans with the ball here trying to cut into it. 2-3 zone being played by Colgan right now. Kester gets it in the paint, backs down, falling away, can't get it to fall, and Lily Brown cleans up the rebound for the Panthers, and they're off and running. Here comes Lauren O'Brien, pushing the pace, gets it over to Osborne, now Kayla Davis. And back to O'Brien, that pass into the middle of the lane, dangerous, tipped away, and it ends up with Kester, who walked with it. Coming down the lane, just a lot of defenders flashing by her as she was going to the bucket, and it caused a bit of hesitation. And Maddie will take a seat as Peyton Brooks checks back into the game for Girard. So right now it's Buckley, Boatman, Peyton Brooks, Riley Brooks, and Dry Adolph on the floor for Girard. O'Brien gives it up to Colgan. Back to O'Brien. Trojans honoring that shot a little bit more now. Harris. Now Davis, little 10-foot runner in the lane, won't go. Rebound comes down to Harris. Her shot no good. Bodies are hitting the floor. And Lily Brown went down a little awkwardly, and you hate to see that. She appears to be okay. That's good to see. That's when bodies start hitting the floor, that's when your injuries are going to happen, and not always the person who's hitting the floor. As Brown almost got her leg rolled up on like a offensive lineman. She escaped injury that time. Brown with the ball fake. Now the pass over to Harris, open for a 15-footer. No good. Rebound Buckley. Trojans get it back and one more chance to get it down to a one-possession game. 2.5 to play first half. Adolph being guarded way up top by Lily Brown. Jiraiya not content to try and take her off the dribble. She'll give it up to Riley Brooks, who's guarded by Colgan. Trojans not in a position here with 2 minutes left to hold for a last shot. Get it down low to Boatman off the glass, and that's Erica's first bucket of the night. Cuts the lead to 2. Quickly back the other way comes Jacayla Davis. O'Brien around to Colgan. Looking down low. Now she gets to Harris at the elbow. Back out to Colgan. Wide open for a 3. She'll take it and hits. And if you're the Trojans, you cannot leave them. Can't collapse down in the lane and leave those shooters out on the three-point line. That's pretty much what the Panthers want you to do defensively. And there's a turnover as O'Brien comes away with the steal. Over to Colgan. Now trying to get it back to O'Brien. A lot of collisions taking place down there. Now a trap as O'Brien is hung up, and there's a held ball, and it'll be a turnover to the Trojans. So good trapping defense there in the corner, using the baseline and the sideline as kind of an extra defender in that situation, and the Trojans come away with the possession. Trojans have it, trailing by 5, 1:24 to play first half. Colgan applying some light full court pressure, and now Trojans settle into the half court. Boatman with it, top of the key. Davis comes out to guard her. She'll kick it to Buckley. Back on the baseline to Boatman. Into the corner to Adolph. She kind of had trouble with the pass. Now up top to Brooks. Kennedy Keller with it, being guarded by Davis. Back out to Adolph. The pass to Buckley in the corner, almost intercepted by Lily Brown, who read it. Got in the passing lane, but couldn't handle it. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Girard. Under a minute to play. Down low to Boatman. Up top to Adolph. Swings it into the corner to Keller. Tried to pass down the baseline, but then threw it off the bottom of the backboard. And that'll turn it over to Colgan. 51 seconds left to play first half. Panthers trying to build on a 5-point lead before they head into the locker room. O'Brien twisting into the lane, picks up her dribble, kicks it out to Colgan. She's got it at the elbow, back out to O'Brien. Trojans flash at her defensively. Into the lane to Harris, and they're going to whistle a foul on the floor. I think they're going to get Erica Boatman with this one. And that would be Erica's first. And perhaps the 4th team foul on the Trojans in this second quarter. Maybe just the 3rd. O'Brien into the corner to Colgan. Now she's going to drive and threw it out of bounds. Thought Brown was going to cut to the bucket, but she didn't. And that pass just sailed out of bounds. Full court pressure still being applied by the Panthers. More of a pestering defense than a trapping one. Keller has it poked away by O'Brien, but she's going to be whistled for a reach-in foul. That's her first. 4th team foul on the Panthers. Brooks with it. 15 seconds left to play here first half. Adolph try a 3 and she hits. Try Adolph, first shot attempt of the night. And that was a big one. She cuts the lead to 2. There's a steal. And Keller launches it. And it's no good. That'll do it for the first half. Trojans hanging with the Panthers. They trail it by 2 at the half. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with the GN Bank Halftime Show. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan Athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School, downtown Pittsburgh. At the half, Colgan girls leading the Trojans by just 2 points, so a good showing by the Trojan girls here tonight, considering how kind of lopsided the games between these teams were last year. Let's take a look at some of these halftime stats brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie, dirt's heavy. So trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving, specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. B&B Excavating. Call 620-724-8542. First, for the Colgan Panthers, they're led in scoring by Palona Kalan and Mariah Harris. They have 8 points each. Lauren O'Brien has 6. Jakayla Davis has a bucket. And Lily Brown, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for just 1 point. So the Trojans doing a good job keeping Brown off the scoreboard. She's doing pretty good rebounding on the boards tonight. But so far, not scoring bunches of points. Trojans led in scoring by Maddie Kester and Hayden Buckley. They have 6 points each. Peyton Brooks has 4. Jariah Adolph has 3. And Erica Boatman and Riley Brooks have 2 points each. To round out the scoring for the Trojans, it's a 2-point game at the half. Trojans, this game important for pride's sake, important for records, but coming up next Tuesday, they got a big run against a lot of their future sub-state opponents. The Trojans sitting at 8-3 on the season. They would be, if the sub-state tournament started today, they'd be in first place, the number 1 seed in that tournament. But man, nipping at their heels is Cherryvale. They're at 7-4, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and say they don't play as difficult a schedule as the Trojans do. So it's if the Trojans can't keep up the winning ways, there's a real good chance they could lose that number 1 seed to Cherryvale, even though they're playing a much tougher schedule. Columbus is sitting in 3rd place at 6-5. Caney in the 4 spot at 6-6. Frontenac at number 5 at 5-5. Riverton in the 6th seed at 4-6. Galena is 3-9, and Baxter is 1-9, and that would round out that girls sub-state. So coming up, the Trojans have Galena, Anderson County, Columbus, Riverton, Frontenac. They're at Chanute to make up a tournament game that they missed, and then at Baxter, again at home with Colgan for senior night. And then the sub-state tournament starts February 26th and runs through March 2nd. And then if the Trojans are fortunate enough to get out of that sub-state, the state tournament is March 6th through 9th. This is the GN Bank Halftime Show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll step away for our second break of the GN Bank Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the boys matchup as we get closer to second half action between the Trojans and the Panthers. It's a 2-point game at the half. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you, and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality, cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Welcome back to the field house. St. Mary's Colgan High School. Colgan Pep Band entertained the crowd with a rendition of Ghostbusters. Ray Parker Jr. Panthers have been able to get out a couple times in transition on the Trojans off the turnovers, but so far Girard's done a pretty good job taking care of the ball, protecting each possession. And the Panthers will have the ball to start the third quarter, trying to build on a 2-point lead here over the Trojans. And we're underway. Harris with it down low, has it poked away. It ends up with Lily Brown. Then they're going to get, I believe they're going to get Harris, with a foul, kind of falling in to the legs of Bailey Bradshaw, who came away with the ball. So it'll be Trojan ball off the turnover. Girard with an opportunity to tie it or take the lead right here. Riley Brooks will handle it up to the wing, picks up a dribble, now needs a little help up top to Kester. She's going to drive down the lane. And off the glass and good, off the delayed shot by Maddie Kester. She's got 8 points, and we're tied at 25. Kayla Davis with it. They'll swing it around. This is Colgan. Back to Meek. Now Colgan with it at the elbow. Down to Lily Brown in the lane. Good position off the back iron. No good. Rebound Hayden Buckley. Trojans did a good job collapsing on Brown that time as there were 4 maroon jerseys around her. And you know Coach Farabi'd probably like her to kick that out since they've been shooting the ball so well from the outside. Riley Brooks' shot deflected, ends up in the hands of Brown. Now Kayla Davis pushing the other way. Meek thought about a 3. Now she'll get it back out to Colgan. Gets it back to Meek. She'll go ahead and take it now. And then caroms over the backboard. And that'll turn it back over to the Trojans. 6:50 to play, third quarter. We're tied at 25. Panthers won all of the games last year against Trojans by at least 20 points. That one's poked away by Colgan as Brooks trying to do too much with the dribble. Now Colgan in the lane waiting for help. Goes with a scoop shot, won't go, but the rebound comes to Mariah Harris, and her shot's good. She's got 10 points. First player in double figures tonight. 2-point lead now for Colgan. It's Coach Herlocker lobbying the official. It's okay, Coach. I've been ignored like that before, too. Brooks down the lane, a little off balance. The shot no good. Rebound comes down to Davis, and she's going to bring it back quickly the other way for Colgan as they try to get it down low to Harris. Ends up with Meek. Now Harris has it, but way outside. She'll give it up to Colgan, and they'll reset. Meek with it into the lane to Harris. She goes to work, back out to Meek. Thought about a 3 now to Colgan. Trying to get it down low again. Harris with it one more time, working against Buckley, and she walked with it. Shuffled her pivot foot a little bit there, trying to get around Hayden. And that'll give it back to the Trojans, trailing by 2. Riley Brooks, Bailey Bradshaw will take a seat. Erica Boatman and Jariah Adolph into the game for Girard. Adolph handling against O'Brien. A lot of contact up top, no call. And then Buckley's entry pass to Boatman picked off by Harris, who's going to take it coast to coast the other way. Her shot won't fall, and Maddie Kester comes away with the rebound for Girard. Good position by Kester, boxing out the taller Brown. And there's going to be a foul on the floor, and they're going to get O'Brien with this one. Body checking Kester as she was driving. That's 2 on O'Brien. Second team foul on the Panthers here in this third quarter. Kester into the lane with it. Maddie chucks one up, won't fall. Boatman tracks down the rebound, saves it into Buckley. Her shot off the mark. Boatman with another rebound. Kicks it back out to Buckley. She'll put it on the floor baseline, pulls up for a 10-footer, and it's good. 8 points for Hayden Buckley, and we're tied at 27. Davis working against Riley Brooks. Meek out top, gets it down to Lily Brown. Her shot no good. The rebound comes down to Boatman, who did a good job to restrain the elbows there and not get an offensive foul. Adolph picks up her dribble now. She needs some help. Gets it in the lane to Boatman, kicks it out to Buckley, open for three, and it's good. 11 points for Hayden Buckley. And the Trojans get the lead back. They lead at 30-27. First time since, I believe, the first quarter that the Trojans have led here. O'Brien down the lane, kicks it to Meek. 10-footer is good. Laney Meek's first bucket of the game draws Colgan within one. There's a timeout on the floor. I didn't see if it was a 30 or a full. It's full timeout. We'll take it as well. 4:01 to play, third quarter. Trojans lead it by one. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Why settle for less than the best? Croccan's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croccan has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croccan.
Back in action here at the Fieldhouse. Trojans with it coming out of the timeout. Adolph will launch a three, and the shot no good. Rebound comes down to Laney Meek, and the Panthers back the other way. Trojans leading by one. First time they've led since probably the first quarter of this game. Harris with it in the lane. Feed down low to Brown. She was too deep under the bucket, and the ball comes away to Erica Boatman, who rips it away from Brown. Brooks pass ahead to Kennedy Keller, no good, but there's Boatman with the rebound. Shot on the way from Riley Brooks, no good, and Davis comes away with it for the Panthers. The Trojans got a few chances that time, couldn't convert. Erica Boatman doing a good job on the blocks against the taller Brown and Harris. That shot on the way from Meek is good. Laney Meek with 4 points. And it's a 2-point lead for Colgan. I'm sorry, a three-pointer than that would have been for Meek. She's got 5. Trojans trying to tie it up here. Down low to Boatman on the blocks. Reverse layup off the glass is good. 4 points for Boatman. Tied at 32. O'Brien with it, almost walked. Gives it up to Harris. Now Meek with it, top of the key, back over to O'Brien on the right wing. Up top to Meek, now back to O'Brien. She'll put it on the floor into the lane, works into Boatman, and her pass for Harris off the mark, and out of bounds. It'll turn it over to Girard. 2:13 to play third quarter, we're tied at 32. Hayden Buckley will take a seat. Maddie Kester checks into the game for Girard. We'll get another sub in here as Peyton Brooks checks in, replacing Jari Adolph. Inbound pass goes to Riley Brooks. She'll handle it up the floor for Girard, or I'm sorry, Peyton Brooks. They are twins. Now Riley with it. Near side to Kester right in front of the Girard bench. Kester had it poked away, gets it back, and then she's going to draw the foul on Lily Brown. Reaching in. That's Lily's first. Third team foul on Colgan here in this third quarter. Trojans yet to commit a personal foul. Yet to be whistled for one. Keller down the baseline, gives it up to Brooks. Again, has it poked away. It's a held ball, and the possession arrow favors the Trojans. They'll keep it. Dangerous as Brooks just trying to do a little too much with the dribble there. And dribbled into a crowd, had it poked away. Inbound pass over the top to Peyton Brooks. And Trojans will set up the half court. Peyton kicks it in the corner to Riley. Driving baseline, gives it up to Boatman. Her shot rolls in over the front of the rim. And the Trojans regain the lead. 6 points for Boatman. Trojans by 2. Down the lane goes Meek. She's got 7, and we're tied at 34 once again. I don't know if these Colgan guys next to me are keeping track of the ties and lead changes, because I'm sure not. Brooks puts it on the floor, now kicks it over. Keller for 3. Shot puts one up there, it won't go. And Lily Brown collects the rebound for Colgan. Quickly ahead to Meek. Better pick her up at the 3-point line. They kick it over to Colgan. Riley Brooks is there to get a hand in her face. Now over to Molly Sweezy, I'm sorry. She can't get it to go. Now Sweezy back with it in the lane, and her shot partially blocked by Boatman, and she's going to be whistled for a foul. That's Erica's second. First team foul on the Trojans here in the third quarter. And that'll send Molly Sweezy to the line to shoot 2. First one on the way is good. Sweezy into the scoring column tonight. Gives the Panthers a 1-point lead as Riley Brooks and Kennedy Keller take a seat. Second shot off the mark, but the rebound tracked down by Meek. Back to Colgan, down the lane, work it into Boatman, off the glass and good. 10 points for Colgan. Trojans break the pressure. Peyton Brooks does with the dribble. It looked pretty dangerous. Gets it down to Kester, on the baseline. And she's going to be fouled down there. It'll stay with the Trojans. And they're going to get Lily Brown with that one. That's her second. 2 quick ones here in this third quarter for Brown. Sweezy will take a seat. Harris back into the game for Colgan. Buckley over the top to Kester. Into the lane goes Maddie. Has it stripped away, and they're going to get an offensive foul on Kester. Coach Sherlocker beside himself with that one. That's Maddie's first. Second team foul on the Trojans. Colgan playing with 5 team fouls, meaning that the Trojans will go to the 3-point line for the next 12.7 seconds anyway on every foul. Here goes Colgan, that's O'Brien with it. Dribbles into the lane, kicks it over. Nice feed to find Harris, off the glass and good. 12 points for Mariah Harris. And just like that, it's a 5-point lead for Colgan after 3. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live. Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School. Trojans trailing it by 5 after 3. Led at several different points in that third quarter, but the Panthers able to force a couple turnovers and get some transition buckets. They've also got some really good outside shooting and interior passing to stress this Trojan defense. Girard sticking with that zone defense. Back out, shot on the way from Meek, off the back iron, rebound Harris. To the baseline, she'll kick it back out. Colon thought about a three, she drives into the lane, cut off, kicks it back out to Meek. Her shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Bradshaw, and she's fouled. Let's see who they whistle this one on. They're going to get that one on Lainey Meek. That's her third. First team foul on the Panthers here in this fourth quarter. Trojans inbounding. Peyton Brooks to get it in, gets it into Adolph. Got to get it across the timeline. Adolph trying to get up the floor with it, and she does. Working against Lainey Meek. Now she'll give it up to Riley Brooks, way up top. Swings it around to Buckley. Hayden bounce pass to the elbow, over into the corner to Adolph. She was open, didn't take it. Now dribbling around, a cross-court pass to Riley Brooks into the lane to Bradshaw. Working against Harris. Over to Peyton Brooks on the baseline. Her shot deflected, tipped around, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Bradshaw, and it'll be Colgan ball. Trojans going to apply some full court pressure here. Except somebody's bound to be open. You got 3 defenders and 4 offensive players there. Harris with it, top of the key. She'll give it up to Meek. Now Colon, top of the key, back to Meek at the free throw line, over the top to Lily Brown. Her reverse layup won't go. Her next shot partially blocked, but she's fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2. See who they whistle this one on. They're going to get Bailey Bradshaw with that foul. That's Bailey's first. And Lily Brown will head to the line to shoot 2. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. Make it 1 of 3. Second shot on the way from Brown is also off the mark. The rebound comes down to Meek, who outfought Riley Brooks for it. Now Colon with it on the wing. She and Meek kind of playing keep away with it. Into the lane goes Meek, out to Harris. She'll put it on the floor into the lane. Bradshaw cuts her off, back to Meek. Her pass deflected, but she gets it back from Peyton Brooks. To Colon, back to Harris, working into Bradshaw. Off the glass and good. Harris just able to get good position that final time deep under the bucket, and there wasn't much Bradshaw could do. As Peyton Brooks will handle it up the floor for Girard. Now kicks it out to Adolph, around to Buckley. She'll try a 3 and hits. 14 points for Hayden Buckley. Trojans still trailing it by 4. Davis kicks it out to Colon. Colon looking for help. Picked up a dribble, gives it up to Meek at the free throw line, down to Harris, back up top to Meek. Into the corner to a wide open Colon. She'll take the 3 and hits. Can't lose her. Trojans lost Polona Colon, and she makes them pay. She's got 13, and the lead is now 7 for the Panthers. Quickly back the other way come the Trojans. Peyton Brooks shot no good. Loose ball controlled by Bailey Bradshaw, but she needs help, and she's getting trapped on the sideline. Kicks it out top to Adolph, almost walked with it. Little runner in the lane, and it's good. Timeout on the floor. Trojans want to talk it over. 5 points for Jariah Adolph. It's a 5-point game. Panthers leading it. Full timeout. We'll take it as well. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Panthers with the ball to start the fourth quarter. And another timeout as Coach Farabi took that one to save the possession, as Panthers are having a hard time inbounding the ball against that full court pressure from the Trojans. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Panthers have pretty much had their way with every opponent this year. They're coming off a 52-28 win at Frontenac, and then the prior week a 55-28 win at Liberal as part of, I believe, part of the Tony Dubray Classic over there, a long-running tournament over there in hostile territory in Missouri. This time the Panthers get it in quickly to Jacayla Davis, right down the floor with it, pulls up for a 10-footer, just rolls off. Lily Brown with the rebound, and then she's fouled. You could call this one on several people, so we'll wait and see who actually gets it. They're going to whistle it on Maddie Kester. That's her second. Second team foul on the Trojans in the fourth quarter. 4:52 to play. Trojans trailing it by 5. Got to get some stops here defensively. Kick it into Meek. Three-point line. Thought about it. Now she'll dribble it back out. O'Brien with it. Back to Meek. They've kind of left her alone. Down to Brown. She draws a double team in the lane. Turnaround jumper won't go. Off the glass with the putback, and it's good. 3 points for Lily Brown. She's been pretty quiet tonight, but she's done her job defensively and on the boards. And the rest of the Panthers have shot the ball very well tonight. They've played well as a team. Riley Brooks driving, can't get it to fall. Rebound Boatman, her putback no good. Rebound tracked down by Peyton Brooks. Back into the corner to Riley. She'll launch a three, and it's good. 5 points for Riley Brooks. Trojans back within 4. 4 minutes to play in the game. Got a stop last time. They need one this time. Meek with it at the elbow. She'll pull up. Off the glass and good. Lainey Meek has just been there to kind of kill the momentum for the Trojans anytime they can get it going. She's got 9 points. It's a 6-point lead for the Panthers. This one much closer than any of the games these teams played last year. Riley Brooks with it, being guarded by Meek up top. Gives it up to Peyton Brooks. They're not in sync. Gets it down low to Erica Boatman. Into the corner to Adolph. She'll put it on the floor. Kicks it out to Kester. That pass tipped, but Maddie gets it back. Spinning into the lane, off the glass and good. May have gotten away with some extra steps there, but I didn't see him. 10 points for Kester. Trojans trailing it by 4. They get it down low to Harris, and she's going to be whistled for a walk. I thought they were going to get Erica Boatman with the foul, but instead they're going to get Harris for a walk, trying to do the up and under there. Jariah Adolph sits. Hayden Buckley back into the game for Girard. Brooks, Kester, Boatman, Buckley are the 5 on the floor right now for Girard. Peyton with it, gives it up to Riley. Put it on the floor up top to Buckley. Back over to Brooks. Trojans got to move without the ball. Create some passing lanes. Boatman with it on the wing, being guarded by Harris, way up top. Her entry pass into traffic, poked away. She tried to force it into Kester. You can't do that. And now Colgan with it, trying to build on this 4-point lead. Jacayla Davis with it. Coach Farabi tells her, hey, settle down. No hurry. And the Panthers will set up the half court. O'Brien with it way up top. Gives it to Brown at the elbow. Back to Harris. Back up top to O'Brien. Buckley guarding her. That went out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Buckley. It'll stay with Colgan. 2:03 to play. This one's a lot closer than some folks might have predicted, me included. Trojans played a pretty good game here tonight. That's the nature of this Colgan team. You can play one of your best games of the year and still find yourself down. Trojans trying to tip that one away from Lily Brown. And it's going to be Trojan ball off of a foul. I think they're going to get Jacayla Davis for this one, as she collided with Oatman and Kester going after the loose ball. That's 2 on Davis. Just the second team foul on the Panthers here in this fourth quarter. Both teams playing with 2 team fouls, so the parade to the free throw line not a huge concern as we come down the stretch. Minute 35, Kester with it, steps into a 15-footer off the mark. Rebound comes down to the Panthers. A nice rebound in good position that time by Lainey Meek. She's had a great game tonight. And there's a timeout on the floor, full timeout. Trojans trailing it by 4, minute 28 left to play. We'll step away for a quick break. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School, Pittsburgh, Kansas. Panthers with the ball, leading by 4 as Trojans bringing the full court press, but Jacayla Davis single-handedly breaks it. And now Colgan into their half court. Lainey Meek with it. She's played a good game tonight. Down to Harris, also played a good game. Now O'Brien driving down the lane. And they're going to get a 3-second violation against the Panthers, I think. Who'd they get this one on? Oh, they got it on Erica Boatman. That's her second. Thought it was a 3-second violation for a minute. First shot by O'Brien, no good. Or, I'm sorry, that's Palona Colon. I'm going to have her dad after me if I don't get this right. Colon also having a nice game tonight. She's got 13 points, trying to make it 14 right here. This is her first trip to the line tonight. It's the second one in and out. Man, they don't get any closer than that. And Trojans come away with it. Boatman gives it up to Kester. And Girard in their half court. Riley Brooks working against Colon. Now gets it down low to Boatman in the lane. Kicks it back up top to Peyton Brooks. Back to Buckley. Tried to step back into a 3. Now had to give it up. Back to Peyton at the elbow. Up top to Kester. Dribbles off the foot a little bit. And it's going to be a held ball situation. And the possession arrow favors the Trojans. They'll keep it. Coach Herlocker really working the officials, trying to get a reach-in call there. And the timeout by Coach Herlocker to save the possession. A 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Trojans back in action next Tuesday night on the road at Galena. 4 of their next 6 opponents are in the Caney Sub-State with the Trojans, so there's some big games coming up here over the next couple weeks as we move closer to Sub-State. Trojan girls sitting at 8-3. If it started today, they'd be the 1 seed, but not by much. As Cherryville nipping at their heels at 7-4, even though I can guarantee you, off the glass and good for Kester, I can guarantee you that Trojans are playing a tougher schedule. 12 points for Maddie Kester. It's a 2-point game. This might be some of the most drama that this Colgan team has had to encounter all year. There's a foul on the outside as Kayla Davis was handling, and she got fouled. I think they're going to get this one on. Yep, they do on Peyton Brooks. That's her 4th? Yep, that's her 4th. Timeout on the floor. Trojans want to talk it over. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. So that Caney sub-state, and don't even talk to me and Jess about having to go to Caney. There's just no good way to get there. That's the problem. Trojans currently sitting in the first spot at 8-3. Cherryville at 7-4. Columbus at 6-5. Caney, the host school, at 6-6. Frontenac at 5-5. Riverton sitting at 4-6. Galena at 3-9, and Baxter at 1-9. So if you can't hang on to that first or second spot, say the Trojans drop a few games and God forbid end up in that 3rd seed, they could end up playing Riverton, and that they've had problems with the Rams. Nice pass to find Harris in the lane. Her scoop shot won't go. Held ball situation, and it'll stay with the Panthers. Erica Bowman got her money's worth on that one. No foul called, and there's another timeout on the floor as Coach Herlarker wants to talk it over once again. And that's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans trailing by a bucket here at the field house. Going to be a big 9.5 seconds coming up for the Trojans. Coach Herlarker drawing one up right now. We'll stay right here even though it's a full timeout. Just so you remember, the Trojans dropped 3 games to Colgan last year, 54-20, 62-40, and 67-16. So the fact that the Trojans are hanging on or within a bucket of Colgan really says something about this year's Trojan squad. I mean, you played a really good game. You're still down here. But if you told Coach Herlarker you're going to play Colgan with 9.5 on the clock, it's going to be a 2-point game, you know the Trojans are going to try and foul quickly here, try and stop the clock, put the Panthers at the free throw line. Davis with the 3, no good. And there's a foul as, again, it's Lainey Meek making the play, comes up with the rebound, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. She's done a pretty good job shooting the ball tonight, but this is her first trip to the free throw line. Meek's first shot off the back iron, no good. Meek has 9 points, trying to get in double figures right here, and this is a big shot. It's a big difference between coming down the floor in 5 seconds and being able to make a 2 or having to hit a 3. Meek's shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Lily Brown, ends up back in the hands of Harris. Trojans gonna have to foul, and Boatman does with 0.4 seconds left, and that's gonna probably ice it no matter what happens here at the free throw line for Mariah Harris. Harris with 14 points tonight. Trying to give the Panthers a little bit of breathing room to prevent a possible miracle heave. She misses the first. So you're saying there's a chance. Harris misses. Rebound comes down to Buckley. Her heave, no good, and that's going to do it. The Trojans fall to 8-4 as they drop this 48-46 decision to the Colgan Panthers. But man, there's nothing for the Trojan girls to hang their heads about after this loss. They played them tough tonight, came out on the short end, but compared to last year's games, marked improvement for this Girard squad. And that's definitely a game that's going to get you ready for the sub-state tournament coming up, because I doubt there's many teams in that Caney sub-state that would beat this Colgan Panther team head-to-head. So the Trojans can hold their heads high coming out of here with a 2-point loss. We'll step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Farmers Bank post-game show, talk to Coach Herlocker, and get set for the boys matchup, the nightcap here from the field house. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store. Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
The 15-10, 5, Colt McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, it'll be a point for Baldwin. A first touch volley, the substituted freshman.
Fights forward, across the goal line, touchdown Trojans.
Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School. Trojan girls drop the opener by 2, 48-46 against the Colgan Panthers. And right now we're joined by head coach Brad Herlocker of the Girard Trojans. And coach, I know it's an L, but man, up against this team and compared to the scores from last year, your girls made leaps and bounds. It seems to me like you girls hold their heads high coming out here tonight.
Yeah, you know that's what exactly the words I had for them, that none of them better leave the locker room without their head being up. This group of girls that I have worked their butt off since the summer and have brought it every day at practice, and I could not be more proud of how far they, just like you say, just how far they come. I'm not big into moral victories and that, it was a heck of a good basketball game. We think we belong in a game with them, so we're pretty disappointed. We wanted to win that basketball game, but The effort the girls gave was out of this world, and I just can't say enough about it.
And did a great job on Lily Brown. I mean, last year she kind of killed you guys. Tonight you held her to just 3 points. I mean, she, of course, got hers on the boards and stuff, but really kind of kept her out of the scoring column and forced her teammates to make a lot of different plays. And to their credit, they did. But I thought your girls it never got too big for them, and they were always right there. Every time it seemed like Colgan was going to pull away, they were able to close that gap, and a super competitive game tonight.
Yeah, they're going to score points. So at the end of the day, we got to score points back. Over the course of the night, I think we did that. We had some big answers. We had some big shots from different people. Our older kids played really, really well. We didn't go as deep tonight. I knew the older kids knew the game plan really, really well. So that's the way we stuck with it, and they did. They ran. I don't think we could play better defense than we played on them tonight. So it really just comes down to, if we want to beat this basketball team, we're going to have to score a few more points. But again, can't say enough about the kids' effort. Can't say enough about how much, hopefully, our kids believe that, this is a state-level team that we faced and went toe-to-toe with. If they don't think that they have those same possibilities, they're fooling themselves. The kids really, they've come so far, and we're going to build off of this.
And I said at some point when I was rambling away during the broadcast that this Colgan team, I mean, if you put them in that Caney sub-state, they're going to beat a lot of teams. And it really is a good primer for you guys as you're making your stretch run down towards sub-state. And, it all starts again Tuesday night at Galena. But you guys are going to play four of your next 6 opponents are in that sub-state. So I guess talk a little bit about this stretch run coming down to that tournament.
Yeah, well, we got one of the toughest schedules you've ever had. A lot of that's because you got league teams that are good. But we reached out. We played Nevada. We reached out and we played Parsons. We reached out and we played Fort Scott. Next Friday, our homecoming, we're bringing Anderson County in. Oh, by the way, they only have 1 loss. So we're playing some of the best teams. I would say we're able to check most of the best teams in this area off the list as far as we have played them, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
We're again battle tested. I thought we showed that tonight. We took some punches from them and fought right back into it. If we could have just got a dang rebound there at the end, we might have made it really, really interesting. But again, tip my hat to Colgan. They've got a really good team, and I am so proud of my players and what they did tonight.
Yeah, I said it over and over on the air. Just such a marked improvement over the margins from last year, and really the personnel not super different for Colgan this year. I think they graduated 1 or 2. Just
one,
Torrance, right?
Yeah, just one player. Yeah. And everybody else on their team got better. Our kids are just, mentally, the mental part of the game and the game plan, they're really locking in. And they're really running what we want them to run, being very, very coachable. And that's a lot of the difference other than just going so hard every single day. When you go so hard every single day, you're bound to get better, and so these kids are getting better every game.
All right, Coach. Well, a great effort tonight and a really entertaining game. And unfortunately, you guys came out with the loss, but, man, what an improvement over last year. And you just got to think that this game is priming you guys for that sub-state tournament coming up.
Yeah, we just got to keep grinding. Sub-state records do matter, so we got to grind away here and not let our record slip too far. We want to be able to be in a good position. Being at what position you're in the sub-state is such a huge deal, and who you got to play first round versus who somebody else might have to play, and how tough a game that is huge. So we really, we need to keep winning basketball games.
Well, it all starts Tuesday night on the road at Galena, and that's a team that's kind of struggling. Hopefully you guys will be able to get it back on track against them and down the stretch run to sub-state. And as always, we really appreciate you coming up here and talking to us, win, lose, or draw. And good luck coming up next week in Galena.
Thank you. Very proud of the kids.
All right, that's head coach Brad Herlocker of the Girard Trojans. And heck of a game. Dropped this one by 2 points to the Panthers, a team that beat the Trojans shoot by 20 almost every time they played them, at least last year. If not, one of those matchups was by 41. So, 51. So a marked improvement this year for the Trojans, and not a lot of personnel differences. Just a really good effort here tonight. So got the boys matchup coming up right after the break. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back here watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School. As you can see, our scoreboard camera is a little off kilter right now. We'll try and get that fixed on the fly for you here as we go along. But if not, I'll be giving you the time and score promptly and frequently throughout the broadcast. Trojan girls fell by True. Trojan boys come in with an identical 8-3 record. They're coming off a 43-55 loss at Fort Scott. On Tuesday night, Trojans outscored 13-6 in the fourth quarter. Colgan boys also coming off a loss. They're in their game at 10-2, but they're coming off a 10-point loss at Frontenac, 65-55 on Tuesday night. Trojans, again, like I said, back in action Tuesday night at Galena, and a bunch of sub-state opponents coming up. Trojans on the boys' side, if the sub-state started today, they'd be in that first seed. But at 8-3, but Riverton nipping at their heels at 7-3, Galena at 7-5. Kind of a surprising resurgence by the Galena Bulldogs as they stumbled out of the gate, but they've improved throughout the season. Baxter at 7-6, Columbus at 4-7, Frontenac the 6th seed at 4-7. Caney Valley at 4-8 would be the 7th seed if it started today, and then Cherryville at 2-9 would be in the 8th seed. And so the Trojans really trying to hold on to that 1 seed because it's a big difference taking on a 2-9 or a 4-8 team as opposed to playing Frontenac for what would be the 3rd time this season. By that point, Trojans still have one more matchup against Frontenac in Frontenac coming up later on this season. Let me flip forward. That's going to be Tuesday, February 13th at Frontenac. So Trojans got a game Tuesday, January 30th, next Tuesday at Galena. Then that Friday night, February 2nd, they'll host Anderson County for homecoming. And then Tuesday, February 6th, they'll host Columbus. Friday, February 9th, they'll host Riverton, and that one came down to the last possession on the boys' side last time. So you want to make sure and keep an eye on that one. All right. How about this? Let's go ahead and take a look at these starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Evie Vietti will have you looking good for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First for the Trojans, they're going to start 6'1" senior Ethan Brooks, 5'7" junior Ranson Bourne, 6'4" senior Aiden Troike, 6'4" senior Colton Dressler, and 6'5" junior Scott Moore. Colgan Panthers are going to start 5'10" senior Gus Keller, 6 foot senior Tucker Harrell, 6'2" senior Jack Schrimmer, and 5'10" senior Cooper Simmons. So a smaller, faster lineup for Colgan. We'll see how the Trojans adjust to that here tonight. But the Trojans, where they've run into trouble this year is just getting off to an aggressive and a good start in games, particularly games on the road. So they're going to need to find their groove early and be aggressive from the tip if they want to come out with a win here in this hostile environment. Those keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next game or to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right vehicle for their family. Stop and see them at the intersection of highways 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection at their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Starting lineups being introduced to the crowd right now. Getting set for tip-off. Our opening tip brought to you by Larrett Ceramics. 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Bear with me now, viewers, as we try to fix our scoreboard camera. Oh, that's dangerously close. Dangerously close. Let's try and do a little bit more of that. Oh, look at that. Couldn't tell it from a good job. Teams getting their final instructions in their huddles. Last few motivational words from Coach Westcott to his squad. These teams very familiar with each other, just about, 12, 15 miles maximum separate these two schools. These kids compete against each other in everything from football, basketball, baseball, debate, you name it. Scott Moore set to tip it off for the Trojans against Tucker Harrell. And Colgan's going to control it. Simmons with it now. Schrimmer. Harrell. And this is Schrimmer with it again. Gives it up to Simmons. Down low. And the shot good for Tristan Voss. Now the Trojans with it on the offensive end. Hanson Bourne to Scott Moore, top of the key, over to Aiden Troike. Troike averaging upwards of 20 points a game this season for the Trojans. Bourne into the lane, had to pick up his dribble, kicks it out. Now it ends up with Troike, drives baseline into the lane, elevates off the glass, won't go, gets his own rebound, putback won't go. And the rebound tipped to Jack Schrimmer for Colgan with an opportunity to build on their early 2-0 lead. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Troike. Now Ethan Brooks with it on the left side. They'll swing it around the perimeter to Troike. Gets it down low to Brooks on the block, being guarded by Cooper Simmons. Up top to Dressler. He'll put it on the floor. Thought about a jumper. Now he kicks it back out to Bourne, who will pull up for a three. In and out. Oh. Comes down. The rebound comes down to Cooper Simmons. Harrell gets it down low to Voss, off the glass and good. Tristan Voss off to a good start. He's got 4 points, all of them for Colgan. Panthers out to an early 4-0 lead. Trojans look for an answer here. Hanson Bourne with it on the right wing, kicks it out to Troike, over to Ethan Brooks, loses his dribble, gives it up to Dressler, way off the mark with a three-point shot. And Moore tracks down the rebound, but before he can stop his momentum, he stepped on the out-of-bounds line. On the sideline, I guess. And that'll turn it over to Colgan. Trojans not trying to do just a little bit too much individually here, starting this game out, not really using the pass as much as I'm sure Coach Westcott would like to see him do. He said in a post-game interview after the Fort Scott game that the one-on-one hero ball isn't going to win Girard many games this year. We're seeing a little bit of that here early in this one. Voss going to work against Moore. He'll give it up to Schrimmer. Shot on the way off the mark, but the rebound tipped around. It'll stay in bounds. Voss with it, kicks it out to Harrell. Down the lane, scoop shot off the glass is good. Pretty much everything working for Colgan here in the early going. Pretty much exactly what I'd said the Trojans needed to not do, and that's fall behind here early. Moore in the lane, double team, trying to kick it over to Dressler. That pass tipped out of bounds. It should be Girard ball, and it is. Aiden Troike to inbound from right in front of the Colgan bench. They'll get it into Ethan Brooks. The Trojans still looking for their first bucket of the night. Bourne down the lane, has it poked away from behind. It'll stay with Girard. Troike into Brooks, up top to Bourne. Back in the corner to Brooks, puts it on the floor. Tipped around, ends up in the hands of Dressler, who throws it away. Ends up with Schrimmer. Ahead to Keller. Now Schrimmer again, they'll whip it around. Voss had it for a moment. Back up top to Harrell. They'll reset with Keller. 4:10 to play first quarter. Colgan leading at 6-0. Need to tweak that scoreboard camera again. There's a foul on the floor. See who they whistle this one on. Got that one on Colton Dressler. That's his first. First shot off the mark for Tucker Harrell. It's his first trip to the line tonight. Second one off as well, but Dressler can't control the rebound. And it comes down to Cooper Simmons. Shot off the mark, and again another rebound tracked down by Simmons as the Trojans just not getting good box out position and not controlling those rebounds. Here's a third opportunity on this possession for the Panthers. And they get a foul against the Trojans in the lane. Let's see who they whistle it against. And it's going to be against Scott Moore. That's his first, second team foul on the Trojans. Not a great start here for Girard tonight. And we're going to call that a 2 for Tucker Harrell. 8 points for him, 8 points down for Colgan. Trojans yet to score. Pass forced into Scott Moore, poked away, another turnover. Girard not taking care of the basketball tonight. Trying to force a lot of passes down low. We saw Tuesday night against Fort Scott, when you just try and force it into traffic like that, nothing good's going to happen. Keller gets it down low to Tristan Voss, tries to lean into Scott Moore, who gives ground. Voss falls down. Now it's JV time as they're wrestling on the floor for the ball. And it's a held ball. It'll stay with Colgan. Ethan Brooks will take now there's 6 guys now for the Trojans. Somebody's got to sit. Ethan Brooks will sit. Cam Smith into the game. And it's Trojan ball. Girard trailing by 8, 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Ben Cullen with it, seeing his first action of the night. Trojans just out of sync. The spacing is weird offensively here as Troike drives, tries to shoot a little 15-footer, no good. Rebound comes down to Jack Schrimmer. Panthers quickly down the floor, shot on the way, no good for Harrell. And Troike will control the rebound for Girard, but man, they got to get something going on the offensive end as Bourne almost can't handle the pass. Nearly turned it over. And there's a timeout. Coach Westcott's seen enough. Wants to talk it over with his squad. And we'll wait and see. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. And we said the Trojans needed to start aggressive and get off to a quick start. And this is the opposite of that, as they're trying to cut into an early 8-point lead for Colgan, and they've been unable to score a basket here for the first 5:43 of the game. Tell you what, once that scoreboard camera gets touched, it's never the same again. Coach Clint Heffron, his team's playing really well here in this first quarter. They got the Trojans a little bit out of sorts, and there's another turnover. Trying to force it down low once again. Pass ends up in the hands of Clayton Adamson. Adamson seeing his first action of the night. Up top to Harrell and to Keller in the corner. Shot no good. Voss with the rebound, and the putback is good. 6 points for Kristen Voss. 10-0 lead for Colgan. Cullen with it in the corner. Kicks it to Troike at the elbow. Thought about the jumper. Now he'll put it on the floor. Out of control down the lane. And they're going to whistle a foul as Colgan crowd wanted to travel. You get this foul on Adamson. That's his first. And he'll sit. Schrimmer back in the game for Colgan. Troike it inbound. Gets it into Ethan Brooks in the corner. Brooks dribbling down the lane. Dishes to Dressler. Off the glass and good. And the Trojans have lit the lamp. 8-point lead for Colgan. Quickly coming back the other way. Keller will give it up to Cooper Simmons. They'll back it out and set it up. Keller, now Tucker Harrell, Simmons. Schrimmer with it on the wing. Into the corner to Keller. Back up to Schrimmer on the wing, and they'll reset. No shot clock. So this could take the next 37 seconds if the Panthers so desire, and they could take care of the ball. Voss with it at the free throw line, into the corner to Keller. He'll take a three from there and hits. Trojans getting burned this season by the inside-out action, not closing out on the outside shooter. Keller makes him pay there. It's his first bucket of the night, and it's an 11-point lead for the Panthers as we tick down around 10 seconds to play here in this first quarter. And we're going to get a 5-second call against Aiden Troike for putting on a dribbling exhibition out there at the top of the key. And that's going to bring in Levi Blair and Siler Salmons into the game. Troike will sit, and Cam Smith will sit. How do you know you're doing something the coach doesn't like? There's maybe a little bit of offensive, defensive substitution. Voss down the lane, his shot blocked by Colton Dressler, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Trojans held to just 2 points in this first quarter. They trail it by 11. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Welcome back to the field house, St. Mary's Colgan High School. After one, Trojans get it handed to them. They trail at 13-2 as the Panthers have it here to start this second quarter. Shot off the mark. Guess what? Tristan Voss comes away with the rebound. He's a big dude down there. A load. And that pass deflected by Brooks ends up in the hands of Dressler, and there's a turnover. Trojans back on the offensive end quickly. Dressler will take a three off the back iron. No good. Rebound comes down to Cooper Simmons. Talking to Coach Westhoff, Dressler's really worked on his shot a lot in the offseason. He's yet to really find it in a game. Trojans have switched to a man-to-man defense. Voss again inside, just too much for the Trojans to stop. He's got 8 points, and it's a 13-point lead for Colgan. 7 minutes to play, first half. Cross court to Bourne. He's going to put it on the floor into the lane. Dishes to Scott Moore, off the glass and good, and the foul. There's a bright spot for the Trojan offense as they once again drive and dish, and it works for them. They whistle that foul on Cooper Simmons. That's his first team foul on Colgan here in this second quarter. Moore off the mark with the free throw. And it's still an 11-point lead for the Panthers. With it on the offensive end, Schrimmer drives down the lane, loses the ball, but the Trojans can't corral it. And it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Girard. The official originally signaled the wrong direction, then corrected herself. And it'll stay with Colgan. 6:32 to play, first half. Trojans trailing it by a bunch. Pass down low to Tucker Harrell. Kicks it back out. That is Karsten Simmons with it, seeing his first action of the night. And tipped out of bounds by Moore, and it will stay with the Panthers. As I think that's the first time the Trojans have denied Tristan Voss. Schremer to inbound, gets it into Gus Keller. He'll swing it around to Harrell, back to Keller at the top of the key. Looking in the lane, Voss wants it. See if they'll force it in there to him. Panthers working on their spacing. There's a little bit of a push that Keller got away with. Out to Harrell, into Voss, it's poked away. Troike outlets ahead to Ethan Brooks, but not a good pass. And Brooks forced to step on the sideline and turn it back over to Colgan. That's got Coach Westcott's hair thinning a little bit. Panthers with the ball now, leading by 11. 5:42 to play, first half. Gus Keller with it right now. Up top to Karsten Simmons. Back to Keller. Now Tucker Harrell with it on the right wing. He'll give it up to Schremer. Down low to Voss, working against Moore. Off the glass and good. And Voss, just one of those guys that with his mass can just kind of create some space, and he does right there to get the shot off over Scott Moore. And he's having a real nice game. He's got 10 points. Troike corrals the deflection, gets it over to Ethan Brooks. Throws it in the corner, trying to get it to Ranson Bourne, and it was tipped, and Bourne let it go by out of bounds, and it'll stay with Girard. Whew, that was close. I didn't see the tip. Trojans fortunate to hang on to it here. They'll substitute Cam Smith in for Ethan Brooks. Take a seat. Everybody's had their opportunity to struggle tonight. Smith at the elbow gives it up to Bourne, out top to Dressler. Shot won't fall. Rebound comes down to Scott Moore, and he's fouled. I think they might get Voss with this one. Just nope. No, they don't. Karsten Simmons picks up the foul. Reaching in there on Moore after the rebound. I thought they might have got Voss because, I mean, once he gets all that going, it didn't stop on a dime. Smith with it in the corner, up top to Bourne. Back in the corner to Smith. He'll take the three off the mark. And Cam Smith, a streaky shooter, he's had a hard time finding the range over the last few weeks. But we saw earlier in the season he can hit that shot with some frequency, especially when he feels confident about it. Simmons into the lane, he'll kick it out. Tucker Harrell with it, now back up top to Jack Schremer. On the drive, loses it, gets it back. Now to Voss on the wing, and you don't mind Tristan getting the ball out there. Play comes in from the sideline. Tucker Harrell gives it up to Simmons. Now they'll swing it around. Down low to Voss. And off the glass and good. Trojans just don't have an answer for Tristan Voss. He's got 12 of Colgan's 19 points. And the Trojans trailing by 15 here. Trojan boys got the better of these matchups last year against Colgan, and their girls got blown out. This year, a different case altogether, as the Trojan girls fell by just a bucket tonight to Colgan, and the boys are getting the doors blown off here early. Tucker Harrell kicks over. This is Karsten Simmons, 10-footer, way too strong. Rebound Dressler, and here come the Trojans, but they don't have the numbers. A lot of white jerseys back in defense. Troike down the lane, elevates, and it's good. First bucket of the night for Aiden Troike. He's trying to get off the schneid. Cuts the lead to 13, but not much time left here in this first half. Trojans going to have to get a lot of stops. That's something they've struggled with, particularly when this guy's got the ball. Voss gives it up. And a nice little runner in the lane for Jack Schrimmer. His first basket tonight. The lead is 15 again. Bourne with it, gives it up top to Scott Moore. Back to Troike, he'll try a three. Off the mark. And the rebound comes down to Clayton Adamson, who's checked back into the game. Ahead to Harrell. Thought about the contested three, now kicks it down low, tipped away from Simmons, ends up with Dressler, who leads the break, gives it up to Bourne. His shot, a lot of contact, no foul. And Dressler can't handle the rebound as he was trying to save it inbounds and lost track of the ball. He took his eye off of it, and it'll be Colgan basketball. There's a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. So this is not a sub-state game. Granted, your overall record does play into your seeding, so you really would like to win every game you play. I think that kind of goes without saying. But the Trojans not in a position to drop a lot of games and maintain that top seed in the Caney sub-state. They're 8-3 right now, and looking to be 8-4 unless they turn things around. Riverton nipping at their heels at 7-3. Then Galena at 7-5. Baxter at 7-6. So the top 4 teams in that sub-state with winning records. And there's a big difference between playing a 2-9 Cherryvale squad in the first round and playing a 4-7 Frontenac team in the first round, and I'm sure Coach Westcott will tell you that. Panthers with the ball coming out of the timeout, leading by 15. Tucker Harrell will handle it up the floor. He gives it up to Cooper Simmons. Now Jack Schrimmer. Keller guarded by Bourne. Gives it back up. Now it ends up with Schrimmer once again, who calls out the play. And Coach Westcott calls out a corresponding defense. Half-court trap here by the Trojans. They get it to Cooper Simmons to maintain possession. Now back to Gus Keller. And the Panthers can afford to take the air out of the ball here. They're leading 21-6. They could go a minute 43 and not take another shot and enter the locker room with a very comfortable lead. And I think that's what we're seeing here. Like an old North Carolina four-corner drill. And tipped out of bounds by Dressler. It'll stay with Colgan. Tristan Voss into the game. Voss with 12 points, and when he's gotten the ball down on the blocks, the Panthers have not been able to stop, or the Trojans, excuse me, have not been able to stop it. Here he is again. Great position, off the glass, and good. Make that 14 points for Tristan Voss. Without him, this would be a tie game. Maybe. Troike with it on the left wing. Dressler with it up top. Now Scott Moore with it. Back up top to Bourne. You get this Trojan squad, you just think, gosh, they just need some shots to go their way. Nice feed down low to find Dressler, off the glass and good. Ethan Brooks with the drive and dish. Colton Dressler's got 4 points. The Trojans still down by 15. Under a minute to play here first half. Simmons now, Tucker Harrell with it. Up top to Keller. Drives to the free throw line. He'll take that. Rattles around and in. 5 points for Gus Keller. Back to a 17-point lead for Colgan. The Trojans probably going to hold for last shot here under 20 seconds. Ethan Brooks handling, and he's one of those guys who can kind of create his own offense off the dribble. If you give him a screen or two, but he'll give it up to Ranson Bourne, another guy who's a bit of a dribble driver. Troike gets it down low to Brooks, elevates, shot on the way is good. Wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and that's Ethan Brooks' first bucket of the night. And the Trojans head to the locker room trailing 25-10. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the GN Bank Halftime Show. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan Athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Welcome back to the field house here at St. Mary's Colgan High School at the half. Colgan boys all over the Trojan boys, 25-10. Let's take a look at some of those halftime stats brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie, dirt's heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. Call B&B Excavating at 620-724-8542. First for the Colgan Panthers, they're led in scoring by Tristan Voss. He's got 14 points, and he is a hoss under the basket tonight. Trojans really don't have much of an answer for him. Gus Keller has 5, Tucker Harrell has 4, and Jack Schrimmer added a bucket to round out the scoring for the Colgan Panthers. For the Trojans, not much to talk about in the way of scoring. Colton Dressler's got 4. Aiden Troike, Scott Moore, and Ethan Brooks have 2 points each to round out the scoring for the Trojans, and not much to talk about offensively for Girard tonight. And this is, second, maybe the third road game in a row where the Trojans have just really started slow and dug themselves a hole early on, and it's going to be a real challenge to dig out of it tonight on the road here at Colgan High School and against a pretty darn good team that really plays together and uses their weapons well as they keep feeding the ball down to Tristan Voss. And so far, Scott Moore and Colton Dressler just haven't been able to get him stopped under the bucket for the Trojans. And a lot of it comes down to allowing him position under the basket. And when he catches the ball 2 feet from the bucket, he's been pretty deadly tonight. So the Trojans going to have to move him off the block before he gets the ball. And that's a tough row to hoe because Tristan Voss is not a small person. And so the Trojans are going to have to man up on defense tonight if they want to try and get back into this one. Staring down the road at the stretch run to Sub-State coming up next week. The Trojans face Galena on Tuesday night. And then they're facing 4 out of the next 6 opponents are all Sub-State opponents. They've got a homecoming game against Anderson County Friday, February 2nd. But then it's Columbus, Riverton, Frontenac, Baxter, and then they'll see Colgan again February 20th on senior night before heading off to that Sub-State tournament in Caney during the last week of February and the first week of March. That championship game, the Sub-State tournament to be played March 2nd. So Trojans really trying to capture some momentum here as they go down the stretch run, but the Panthers doing a good job of stymieing that here tonight, defending their home floor against Girard as they lead it by 15 here at the break. This is the GN Bank halftime show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. Look forward to the second half. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Welcome back to the field house here at St. Mary's Colgan High School. We're set for second half action. Trojans trailing by 15 at the break to the Colgan Panthers. hasn't been pretty so far for the Trojans as they just scored 1 bucket in the first quarter. Outscored 13-2 in that first quarter. And then outscored 12-9, 12-8 in that second quarter. So hasn't been pretty offensively for the Trojans here tonight, but they had a chance to talk it over in the locker room. We'll see if they can come out with a little more intensity on the offensive end. Girard will have the ball to start the third quarter. Same starting 5 on the floor for Girard as Ethan Brooks will handle it for the Trojans. We're underway. Troike with it in the corner on the baseline. Kicks it up for Bourne. Up top for Dressler. Back to Brooks, being guarded by Tucker Harrell. And they're going to whistle this foul on Gus Keller. That's his first. It must have been a hold away from the ball. Jess was here, he could tell you, but I have just one set of eyes. Over the top, the pass picked off by Gus Keller. So after picking up the foul, he picks off the pass. And now here's Tucker Harrell driving. His shot blocked by Dressler. It ends up right in the hands of Jack Schrimmer. His shot on the way. Rattles off, no good. Dressler with the rebound. Ransom Bourne with it, driving, looking down low, finds Scott Moore. Hesitation off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Tristan Voss. One and done for the Trojans that time. He got it down to Moore. He had pretty good position, but there were just no numbers for the Trojans, so when the shot didn't fall for Moore, there was no rebounders there for Girard. Still a 15-point margin, a minute into this third quarter. Both teams are kind of starting cold here in the second half. Up top to Simmons, standing out at Steph Curry range. Now he'll give it up to Schrimmer and to Keller up top.
Thank you.
Good. Shot off the mark, rebound, Troike, and his outlet pass slow and picked off by Tucker Harrell. Just kind of a lob pass from Troike, and then Harrell fouled on the shot attempt by Scott Moore. Moore helps him up, and a little sportsmanship there. And that'll send Tucker Harrell to the line to shoot 2. That is the second foul on Moore as Harrell hits the first. So the Trojans being outscored 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. That one off the mark. Rebound, Dressler. Colton's done a pretty good job on the boards tonight. Just doesn't have the girth to slow down Tristan Voss when he gets the ball down there in position. Post position, excuse me. Trojans swinging around the horn. Cam Smith with it now. Ransom Bourne kicks it out to Troike. Dribbles across the lane, elevates and shoots. It's good. 4 points for Aiden Troike. Trojans' first bucket of the second half. Colgan yet to make a field goal here in this third quarter. But still sitting on a comfortable 14-point lead. And there's that first field goal as Tucker Harrell takes Bourne off the dribble. Goes high off the glass and able to convert. Troike with it, top of the key to Smith. Now Dressler with it on the left wing to Bourne, middle of the lane. Tries to duck through Voss, but gets cut off. Kicks it out to Troike. His shot short of the mark. A lot of white jerseys down low. Tipped around, and Simmons is going to come away with it for Colgan. Now Harrell will handle it up the floor. About 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Trojans down by 14, and again, a nice block by Dressler as he rejected the shot from Cooper Simmons. Inbound pass over the top to Harrell. Schrimmer back to Harrell. Now Keller will drive. Kicks up top to Voss. They'll work it around the perimeter, and the Panthers can afford to just be very deliberate with the basketball from here on out, you would think. Leading by 16. No hurry. Keller with it. Now Simmons. They're just kind of taking the air out of it, making this possession last forever and a day before taking a shot. You got to think they're going to feed Voss down low. Nope. A little quick jumper by Tucker Harrell. He's feeling it. He's got 9 points. And the lead is 18. Moore up top to Dressler. Trojans got to get some points and then some stops. And then some points and then some stops. Dressler down low, off the glass, off the mark. Scott Moore had the rebound but couldn't control it. Comes away to Harrell. He gives it to Voss, gets it back, and now Colgan will set up their half-court offense. Under 4 minutes here in this third quarter. Simmons. Tucker Harrell with it being guarded by Aiden Troike. Beats Troike off the dribble, high off the glass, and it's good. 4 points for Tucker Harrell. 20-point lead now for the Panthers. There's a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Coach Westcott wants to talk it over with his squad. We'll take a break as well. Trojans trailing by 20. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Welcome back to the field house. Trojans trailing by 20 to the Colgan Panthers. Colgan 10-2 this season coming into the game. Trojans 8-3. Trying to keep from going 8-4 right here. That shot by Smith off the mark. Cullen poked it away, but it ends up with the Panthers as they've gotten a lot of loose balls tonight. Harrell with it. Almost stolen away by Bourne. Then tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Tucker Harrell, and it'll turn it back over to Girard. Got to come away with something here if you're the Trojans. Ethan Brooks with it, top of the key. Kicks it over to Cam Smith. Back up top to Ben Cullen. He'll drive straight down the lane off the glass and good. Nice aggressive move by Ben Cullen to find his shot. It's his first basket of the night. Still a big lead. 18 points for the Panthers. Harrell with it. He'll drive baseline, being guarded by Smith. His pass to Voss, poked away. Ends up in the hands of Ethan Brooks. Now Ransom Bourne will push it up the floor for the Trojans. Kicks it back out to Brooks, open for three. Line drive shot, no good off the front iron. And it comes down to Harrell for Colgan. And they get it down to Voss. Not a lot of big bodies in there for the Trojans, but they're able to deflect the shot. The putback no good, but it's going to end up right in the hands of Tucker Harrell. Right down the lane, off the glass, and he's fouled. I think they're going to get Ethan Brooks with this one, as Harrell will head to the line to shoot two. They got Ben Cullen with that foul. That's Ben's first. Second team foul on the Trojans here in the third. Harrell at the line to shoot two. First one rattles around and in. Second shot on the way by Harrell is good. He hits them both. He's 3 of 4 from the line tonight. 20-point lead again for the Panthers. As soon as it seems like the Trojans are going to be able to chip away at it, Colgan able to come up with a play to keep him at arm's length. Brooks down the lane, off the glass, and good. 4 points for Ethan Brooks. Still a 14-point lead. Sorry, an 18-point lead for Colgan. Math is hard. Schrimmer with it, down low to Voss. Kicks it over. And they'll continue to work it. Man, the Panthers really passing the ball well tonight. Voss comes up with a rebound, off the glass, and good. 16 points for Tristan Voss. He alone has scored as many points as the entire Girard roster tonight. We'll give it up to Troike at the elbow. A little scoop shot, won't go. Rebound Voss. Quickly outletted ahead. Schrimmer with it, pushing, spinning into the lane, off the glass. Won't go. Rebound Cam Smith. Now Ransom Bourne pushing back the other way. Kicks it over to Cullen. Almost walked with it. Kicks it out to Ethan Brooks after the drive. He has it poked away. And it ends up with Cooper Simmons, who gets crashed into by Aiden Troike, and he'll pick up the foul. That's Troike's first. Third team foul on the Trojans, but only 35.6 left here in the quarter. It'll be Panther ball. Smith sits, and Scott Moore back into the game for Girard. Simmons with it. Now Keller. Into the middle, this is Brady Batega, first action tonight. Keller now being guarded by Ethan Brooks. Puts it on the floor down the lane. His shot blocked by Dressler, but right back into his hands, so he puts it up, misses. And then a 2-point shot by Schrimmer fading away, and he's fouled, and he'll head to the line. And they're going to whistle that foul on Ethan Brooks. That's his first. I didn't think he was very close to the play. Fourth team foul on the Trojans, but only 0.4 left as Schrimmer misses the first. Troike will sit. Ben Cullen back into the game for Girard and give Aiden Troike and Ransom Bourne an opportunity to catch their breath. So it's kind of an offense-defense sort of thing there, and that'll be in the third quarter. The Trojans trail it by 21. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Welcome back to the field house. St. Mary's Colgan High School. After three, the Trojan boys in a huge hole. 21 points down to the Colgan Panthers. Just in a labor negotiation with my camera operator. I'm now contractually obligated to go to Sonic after this is all over with for some cherry limeade and popcorn chicken. And for that, we will not have a strike. Jess Murphy, where are you tonight, man? I think he's maybe going to the airport. I'm not for sure. Some sort of transit emergency. And we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Colgan with the ball to start it off, leading by 21. They could probably not take another shot all night and still get out of here with the win. Trying to force it down to Voss. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers. Pass over the top. Get it into Keller. And now Simmons with it. Back to Tucker Harrell. And now Jack Schrimmer working it around the perimeter. There is no shot clock this year. Acacia's going to try it out next year, but only if schools want to do it. I would imagine Colgan probably doesn't. Is this the old game of keep away? Call it what you will. Keep away, monkey in the middle, whatever. Panthers just going to make this possession last as long as they can without picking up a 3-second violation or a 5-second violation or a turnover. They're into Simmons, down low, trying to get it to Voss. It's poked away by Cam Smith, but he can't save it in bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers. 6:42 to play in the game. They're leading by 21, and like I said, they don't really need to take another shot for the rest of the evening. They just need to take their time. Harrell to inbound, gets it over the top. I'm sorry. That was Schrimmer inbounding, gets it over the top to Harrell. Back out to Jack Schrimmer. Dribbling around, now kicks it back out. Simmons, now Harrell, back over to Schrimmer in the corner. Drives baseline, his shot blocked by Dressler, but Dressler got him with the body a little bit. Colton will pick up the foul, and Schrimmer will head to the line to shoot two. That's the second foul on Dressler. First team foul in the fourth quarter on the Trojans. First shot from Schrimmer is good. Jack 1 of 2 from the line tonight. Trying to make it 2 of 3 right here. And that one rattles off. Scott Moore with the rebound. Trojans got to work quick. You got two very different philosophies at work here. Trojans need to have fast possessions, and Colgan needs to have long possessions. Trojans working it around the perimeter. It's not a situation where you can really afford to be patient, as Ransom Bourne fouled on the outside. They're going to whistle this one on Gus Keller. That's his second. First team foul on Colgan here in the fourth quarter. Troike inbounds to Bourne, gets it back. Up top to Dressler, they work it around to Bourne. Gets Voss in the air, now he'll pull the trigger on a three, won't go. Voss had position and got the rebound. Now the Panthers with it again on the offensive end, leading by 22. Simmons, Harrell. Down to Voss, back out to Harrell. He'll swing it up top to Jack Schrimmer. Long three-pointer is good for Schrimmer. 8 points for Jack Schrimmer, and the lead grows. Three-pointer no good for Ransom Bourne. He's been off the mark from beyond the arc tonight and for the last couple weeks. And if you're Colgan, you'll take Ransom Bourne shooting threes all night. Gus Keller had it poked away by Aiden Troike. It'll stay with the Panthers. Harold to inbound. We'll get it into Adamson. Trying to get it down low. It's poked away, but right back into the hands of Adamson. Tristan Voss. A little ball fake. Gets Moore up off his feet, and then Voss off the glass is good. 18 points for Tristan Voss. He's having himself a game. Troike twisting, turnaround jumper won't go. Rebound Scott Moore, and the putback is good. 4 points for Moore. Trojans trailing it by 25. Voss, reverse layup, won't go. Ethan Brooks the rebound. Good defense by Scott Moore to challenge that shot. Out to Dressler. He'll try another three, and it's good. First three of the night for Colton Dressler. He's got 7 points. Trojans call a timeout. It's a full timeout. Girard still trailing it by 22. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Are you in the need of top-notch construction services for your farm or industrial project? Proud Girard High School alumnus Chandler Humble and Humble Construction LLC are here. With 7 years in the business and a lifetime of knowledge, Humble Construction creates top-quality pipe fencing, industrial chain link fencing, metal buildings, water line installation, and a lot more. For your free estimate, call Humble Construction at 620-238-4636. Need land prep? Humble Construction has you covered with skid steer, rock leveling, and laser grader services. Humble Construction LLC. Excellence in every project.
Four minutes to play. Trojans trailing it by 22 to the Colgan Panthers. Panthers with the ball coming out of the timeout. Trojans applying some full court pressure, but the Panthers able to break it and get into their half court. Poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Colgan as Simmons was over there being guarded by Colton Dressler. We'll get some Tucker Harrell and Cooper Simmons check back into the game for the Panthers. Coach Heffern wanted a little bit more stability out there. Harrell with it, being guarded by Troike. Now Simmons with it. Schrimmer. Trojans trying to apply some half-court trap action, but they got their bigs out playing beyond the three-point line, trying to trap. Brady Batega out there right now and finds Tucker Harrell, who goes off the glass for two. 13 points for Tucker Harrell. And Troike trying to do it with the dribble, dribbles off his leg and turns it over. Trojans just getting caught doing a lot of one-on-one stuff tonight. And, that's not what Coach Westcott wants to see. And the result hasn't been very good tonight for Girard. Jack Schrimmer with it. And there's a timeout on the floor as Coach Heffern called the timeout to save the possession because I'm not sure Colgan was going to get across the timeline in time. Stops the clock with 2:56 to play. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Trojans are going to need something just short of a miracle in order to get back into this one. They're trailing it by 24 with just under 3 minutes to play. Barring that something short of a miracle, the Trojans likely are going to fall to 8-4, which will really make that race into the sub-state, a tight one, with Riverton at 7-3 and Galena at 7-5. And granted, the Trojans going to face each of those teams down that stretch. But remember, that game at Riverton came down to the final possession. If not for a contested three-pointer by Aiden Troike, the Trojans would not have come out of there with a win. So there's no nights off coming up for Girard. Simmons with it. Kind of stole it away from Keller, now gives it back to Keller. Back up top to Harrell, and the Panthers know that they can just keep using that clock. That's their sixth man out there right now on the floor. 2.5 minutes, and they could wind it all right here unless the Trojans are willing to commit a foul. This is working on being a 1 minute long possession here. That one tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Colgan. Trojans back in action next Tuesday night on the road at Galena. And the way Galena's been playing of late, that's going to be a tough one. They got a home game with Riverton, a road game at Frontenac. They got some tough ones coming up. Nice outlet pass to find the wide open Schrimmer under the bucket. 10 points for Schrimmer. So 3 or 4 guys in double figures right now for the Panthers. If I could count that high, I'd know for sure. Cam Smith gives it up in the corner to Ranson Bourne, drives along the baseline now. Tries to get one in the lane. It's blocked by Voss, but Voss is going to be whistled for the foul. Maybe because the official was standing right in front of Coach Westcott when that went down. But Ransom Moore going to earn himself a trip to the line. If you're Tristan Voss, you don't like that call. That's just his first foul. He's played a pretty clean game considering all the physicality down low tonight. Bourne hits the first. That's his first point of the ball game. Coming here with 1:48 left to play in the fourth, and there's a mass substitution for Colgan. Had a bunch of new guys in the game. And I'll get to those here in just a second as Karsten Simmons, Will Schrimmer, everybody's little brother, entering into the game right now. Brock Riddell in the game, sporting the Rip Hamilton face guard. I don't know if there's like one size fits all or if they custom make them to fit your mug or what it is. There's a foul on the outside. Gonna whistle that one on Ben Cullen. That's Ben's second. Second team foul on Girard in this quarter. And Brady Crossland will inbound from the near side. Gets it into Clayton Adamson. Back to Blake Wilkes. His dad Dan is sitting right over there, the sports information director at Pitt State. Someone with whom I see quite often. Is that correct? That's terrible grammar. I see Dan a lot. Anyway. Brady Crossland with it. Crossland gets it back, top of the key. He'll give it up to Wilkes. Back to Crossland. Around the horn to Adamson. Tick-tock as we're down around 30 seconds. Wilkes. Trojans content to just let this occur as this one's pretty much out of reach right now for Girard. And Wilkes with it, standing in front of the official. They're not even counting. And that is going to do it. Trojans drop this one 47-22 to the Colgan Panthers. Trojans fall to 8-4 on the season, and it's going to be a horse race coming down the stretch into sub-state as far as the top 3 or 4 seeds in that tournament go. And a lot of that will be decided over the next couple weeks as the Trojans are going to play 4 of those teams in their next 6 games. So stay tuned. We'll have all of those for you here on Girard Sports Live. Tuesday night at Galena, Friday night home with Anderson County, not in the sub-state, but it's a homecoming game, and the overall record means something at this time of year, so it's an important game for the Trojans to win. We'll turn the page here and check. And then Tuesday, February 6th, Trojans host the Columbus Fighting Titans. February 9th, we'll host the Riverton Rams. That's a Friday night. The following Tuesday, February 13th, on the road at Frontenac. That Thursday night, I think just the girls are in action at Chanute. Then that Friday night, both teams travel to Baxter for a doubleheader. And then February 20th, the Trojans play host to these Colgan Panthers on senior night. And they got a lot of work to do. They want a better result on senior night than they had tonight here at the field house. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, fire up the Farmers Bank post-game show, maybe talk to Coach Westcott. Look forward to next week's action and down the road to Sub-State. Trojans fall tonight 47-22 to the Colgan Panthers in a game that was out of reach early and just got further out of reach as we went along. Not one the Trojans want to remember. I'm sure they try and forget this one before they get off the bus in Girard. But they drop this one, fall to 8-4 on the season. Colgan improves to 11-2. They're back in action February 2nd. That's Friday night at Columbus. So they'll have a little bit of time off and then on the road at Columbus. So Panthers with a chance to enjoy this one and then move on. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the Farmers Bank postgame show. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store. Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
the 15, the 10, 5. Colt McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, and it'll be a point for Baldwin. A first touch volley. The substituted freshman fights forward across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome back to the field house here at St. Mary's Colgan High School. Panthers defend their home floor. They get the sweep tonight. They win the girls' game 48-46 in what was a pretty darn competitive affair. They win the boys' game going away 47-22 in what was not a competitive and entertaining affair. And let's take a look at some of these scoring totals brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car is anything short of totaled, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. First for the Colgan Panthers, they're led in scoring by Tristan Voss. He was a hoss under the bucket tonight. Finished with 18 points. Tucker Harrell added 13. Jack Schrimmer had 10, and Gus Keller added 5 to round out the scoring for the Colgan Panthers. For the Girard Trojans, they're led in scoring tonight by Colton Dressler. He had 7. Aiden Troike and Scott Moore added 4 points each. Ethan Brooks also had 4. Ben Cullen added 2, and Ransom Bourne was 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 1 point to round out the scoring for the Girard Trojans. And right now we're joined by head coach Rod Westcott. And, Coach, just a tough game. And once again, it's like your guys had a real hard time getting started in this game, and we're in a hole right off the bat.
Well, they defended.
Sorry, it works a lot better when I turn your microphone
That's
on.
all right.
Go ahead, sorry.
All right, they come out, they defended us really well. I thought early on we were impatient, didn't move the ball real well. Then when we started moving it, we missed some good looks. Got some looks that normally we're going to knock down. The Voss kid really hurt us inside in the paint defensively. We did not do a good job of doubling down on him the way we needed to do that. But, they got a nice team. You got to give them some credit. They come to play tonight, and they really took it to us.
Well, they seem to be moving the ball pretty well. And like you said, Tristan Voss, dude's a load. I mean, once he gets positioned down low, it's real hard to keep him from getting his shot off.
The one thing I was kind of disappointed about tonight, they were quicker to the ball than us. I mean, I'm not sure we got a loose ball. It either come off of our hands and went out of bounds, or they come up with them. We've got to get better at going and getting the loose balls. They did a good job of every loose ball they come up with, and they shot it extremely well. Of course, the Voss kid, I think he missed one shot all night. He had a banner night, and then they got several kids around him that know the roles, and they're strong. They take good care of the ball. We've got to get back to work and get better and learn from this. And I told the guys, hey, we can go one way or the other from this. We can get better, or we can hang our heads and sulk. But we got to live to play another day. We'll get to see them again down the road, and hopefully we'll have a little better outing this next time down.
Well, like in life, when bad things happen to you, the world just keeps right on moving. And you guys back in action Tuesday night on the road at Galena, and they're a team that started kind of rough, but they've been playing better down the stretch. And the Perry kid, certainly a threat for Galena. And then as far as your sub-state standings go, you got 4 of your next 6 games are against teams that are in that Caney sub-state with you guys. So some pretty important games coming up over the next couple weeks.
Most definitely, and we're still in the running for a league title as well. We got the one loss here with them, and Frontenac was able to get them their last Friday. So it'll be a battle going down the stretch. Our league this year, I really feel like anybody can beat anybody. So on a given night, you better show up to play. And, I'll give them some credit. They did. They showed up and played well tonight, and hopefully we'll learn from it and play a little better the next time we see them.
Yeah, as a layman, looking at that sub-state bracket, it's basically the CNC League plus Cherryvale and Caney.
Yeah.
And so a lot of familiarity even once you get to tournament time there.
Yeah, there won't be any surprises. We talked about doing a couple things there at halftime. We'll see them again, so we'll keep that in our pocket until we see them the next time. But, the next time there's no need to save anything against these guys the next time we see them. Now, looking down the stretch, you got Riverton, Galena, Frontenac, Columbus, all those guys in our league, Baxter. There's a good chance we're going to see all those guys 2 more times yet, or probably a couple of them anyway, 2 more times. So,
and they always say it's hard to beat somebody twice. It's particularly hard to beat somebody 3 times.
For sure. Yeah. So we got to get back to work. Wasn't our best outing tonight, obviously, and hopefully we can get back and watch some film, learn some things, and understand we got to have a little more hop in our step than what we had this evening.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming up and joining us, and we appreciate you making the trek up here and coming and hollering at us win, lose, or draw.
You bet, bud. We'll do, Josh.
All right, that's head coach Rod Westcott of the Girard Trojans. Trojans fall tonight 47-22 to the Colgan Panthers. Got to pick it up and put it back together because Tuesday night on the road at Galena won't be easy. That's a tough environment. No matter how good their team is on the floor, the folks really show up and support them. So it'll be a tough environment there in Galena coming up Tuesday night. Of course, we'll have that for you here on Girard Sports Live. And then Friday night next week, the Trojans host Anderson County, and they're kind of a streaky team as well. You never really know what you're going to get out of Anderson County, and homecoming games, there's a lot of distractions, and So Trojans really going to have to work on their focus next week as they hit the road and then have homecoming, and then a lot of sub-state opponents coming up over the next few weeks as we get closer to that sub-state tournament. Our post-game coach interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll step away for our final break of the Farmers Bank postgame show. We come back, we'll put a bow on it, and then see you next week in Galena. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality, cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
The 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Colton McCann, his 3rd touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, and it'll be a point for Baldwin. A first touch volley. The substituted forward across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans.
At an opening on the near side. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Kaplinger will take it to the house.
Colgan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Colgan employees, for making us the best.
Welcome back one final time to the field house here at St. Mary's Colgan High School. Trojans get swept tonight. The girls lose 48-46 in what was a pretty competitive and entertaining game. The boys drop a 47-22 decision in what was not competitive or very entertaining. And the Trojans, both sides, fall to 8-4 on the season as we get set for action next week on the home stretch towards Sub-State. All of those games matter. 4 of the 6 are against Sub-State opponents. So it's really important for the Trojans to play well over the next couple of weeks and hopefully shake this one off tonight. I think for the girls, really something to build on in this game as they were pretty competitive, but for the boys, just hopefully a wake-up call about the level of intensity you got to bring from the beginning of the game, as they were in a hole early and never really able to get out of it. But for my beautiful 11-year-old granddaughter, Autumn, who ran the camera, I'm Josh Ledner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.